morning. Coffee and sports. We got a little Big Country Boxing 2 this morning. Just rolled out of bed, let the dog out, fed the dog, let the dog out, made some coffee. Decided to sit down and play Big Country Boxing. I haven't played Big Country Boxing on the channel since its debut, quite some time ago. I have played Big Country Boxing privately. So both, the Big Country Boxing came first, the engine and the world, and then Big Country Mobster uses the same engine and world as this. So I'm going to put this boxer's career in my Big Country Mobster notebook. So those who have been following along, season 1 of Enzo Luciano's first season, 12 episodes, is on the channel. I haven't played season 2 of his career, but I thought in the meantime we'll have an interlude and we'll create a boxer and we'll be fighting in the similar timeline as Enzo Luciano, right? So this might be a spin-off show of this might be a spin-off career, or they're at least sharing the same timeline. So the original game requires D100 to solve battles, but basically D10s for the charts. So you just need a D10, a couple of D10s. So this particular boxer is a lightweight, and his name is Vincent Badoni. He is the grandfather of Tony Badoni, who I am playing in my MMA career. So this will be the DNA of Tony Badoni, the bedrock foundation. His grandfather will have been a lightweight boxer. So Vincent Badoni is known for great footwork. Very nice. So we put in here great footwork. So that's a positive. His boxing skills are 3 as well. Never follows up. Ooh, not good. Never follows up. Dang, that's a killer, man. That's a killer, because that means when he gets a big punch, he doesn't go in for the kill. He lets the guy recover. So he doesn't have a killer instinct. Punch type 5, sets up punches. So that's good. He has a setup punch, actually. Read that wrong. He has a setup punch, which means he might lead with a left jab, setting up a hook, or he might lead with a left cross, setting up a right uppercut, but he has a patented setup punch. So that's a positive 125. That negates his never follows up. So he's currently at 700 with great footwork. And his style is 8. Technical fighter. Yeah, that makes sense with a setup punch that he would be technical. So that's pretty cool. So he's great footwork. He's a technical boxer. He has a setup punch, but he has no killer instinct. So he's not a knockout artist, really. Okay, and technical is going to give him a plus 75. So he is a 775 boxer. His career starts at 775. Wow. So imagine how good he might be. 775. The negative 125 and the positive 125 for the setup punch cancel each other. So he could have been a great fighter. He may still be champ, but we'll find out. Okay, now we want to find out where he's from in this region of the world. He is from 7. He is from Newburgh. Wow. So he's from the suburbs of Central City. Wow. So he's a Newburghian. This is HQ. All right. And Newburgh does this for him. Plus 50. Solid reputation. So he's a 825 will be his starting rating. He's already 200 points better. That's amazing. He's 200 points better than you start the game. So he's got a real chance of being a great fighter, which might be why Tony Badoni is getting any action here. All right. right, he's from Newburgh. Now, Tony Badoni's from Brooklyn, so at some point in this history, the family moved on to Brooklyn out of Newburgh. And, all right, so his first 5 fights get a +5 per bout, and they must be fought on his hometown chart. So let's see, fight number 1. Who will he fight in fight number 1? We got to do a pre-fight training. I'm not going to spin any points purposely, so we're going to roll 5. Serious pre-fight training. Pre-bout training options. You can make a roll, pay the points, and make a second roll, right? So I can pay these points if I want to. 1 roll, 1 chart, 1 time. Now, I don't have to pay these points. I can say I'm not doing it. But I have a chance of scoring 150 points or 125 points for a 50-point gamble. So it's a serious, so basically my manager, or I'm playing the boxer, so that means I have to do what the charts say. My manager's decided to invest 50 points. So we're going to do training, serious, and I'll put here serious training. And now my score is 775, so I've already lost 50 points, but I have a chance to really improve. 5, yep, we're going to go up a power and defense. I go up 150 points. So my manager knows what he's doing. Holy cow, power and defense. 150. So we are now, for this fight, 5, 80. Let's see here. No, it's 12. 925-point fighter already. I get my +5 for my being at home for the first fight, so I'm going to be at 930 for bout 1. My debut bout in Newburgh. Okay, now I'll roll to see who we fight here. First 5 bouts only. 3. We're going to fight John Jawbreaker Jones. He's 750. Holy cow. So we draw basically our debut fights against one of the best boxers on the hometown chart. So it's going to be us, right? We are 930 versus Jones, who is 750. So we take the difference between 930 and 750. That's 80 points. Right? So we're plus 80 for our first bout. So we come back here to our bout chart and we roll round number 1. So we're plus 50 or 80. So that's going to put us at the first green line. So we got a pretty good chance. It's weighted in our favor to win the fight at least. 55. 55 is, we won the round, 10-9. So round 1, these are 4-round bouts. So round 1, we're going to win 10-9. Round 1, 10-9. Round 2, 84. We may have just knocked him out. 84 is win 10-7. So we pummel him so bad. Remember, this is in an era where they didn't stop fights. I mean, you could just beat the living snot out of somebody. So I use a more fictional chart for the narrative reasons, really. Although, again, 10-7 is very, very, very rare. For the narrative cinematic reasons of Big Country, what it's based on, which is black and white film, the setup. That 10-7, narration-wise, would tell us that my boxer is beating the snot out of this poor guy. He's bloodied up. He's been knocked down 2 or 3 times. Super rare for them to stop fights in this circuit boxing back in the day. So round 2, we are dominating this fight. Here we go. 24. He's going to win a round, and not only is he going to win a round, he's going to win at 10-9. So he comes back and wins round 3 of a 4-round fight. And in round 4, at Tony Badoni's debut against Jawbreaker Jones, 58, we're going to win 10-9. So we're going to win this fight. We're going to win by points. That's 39 to 18, 28, 935. So we're going to win points. So Badoni is 1-0 and 0 in his debut versus Jones. So that's our debut fight at home. Now we won by points, plus 15 for us. So our total now 945. So we put 930. We got the victory, plus 15. We are 945 point boxer. Man, Vincent has a great chance to be champion in this career. Holy cow. So we flip it over. And so he's staying at home. Again, this is the rule. So we're at Newburgh for bout 2 in his fight. Bout number 2, and we are at 945. So we come back over here, and again, I'm the boxer, which means I have no control of my fighter's career. I have to do whatever the charts say. Okay, so again, our second hometown bout. Who do we draw? Well, first of all, let's do our training. Oh my God! So my manager is aggressive with me, which, you know, with 9:45, I would be aggressive because I can afford to lose these points. So he's going to go for substantial training, or I should say what's called a substantial camp. What is a substantial camp? That would be a 3-month dedicated. That'd be like 90 days upstate, in an upstate private compound where I'm training. I'm living the life of preparation as if I'm already going to fight for the heavyweight, for the title. So there are basic camps, which is like at the neighborhood gym. You just go in every day and you work out, prepare for the fight. That's what most boxers do. They don't have the money for a big camp. My manager's already put me through a serious camp. That would be like a month of training at a camp. And this is substantial. This would be like a 90-day camp. The kind of camp in a private facility, away from the media, away from your girlfriend, away from your wife, your kids, and preparing you to win a title. So my manager is very aggressive with me early on, and he's spending 75 of my points, so we're at 875. And it's a big risk because I could get hurt, right? But I could also score 325 points, which would make me eligible to fight for the title already. Well, not already. No change. So he just cost me 75 points, and I come out of it with no change, which means my fighter probably a bit overtrained, a little tired. He might be preoccupied as a young man. His mind's not in the game. Everything's too easy for him. So my manager will not be happy that I came out. He invested 75 of my points, and we come out not in a good place. Let's see who my next fight is against. Fight number 2 is against Greg Dynamite Dazinski. He's the best fighter on this board. So we're already fighting Dynamite. My gosh. So we're at 875. Versus Dazinski. Man, he's 825. So it would have been a good gamble if we had scored something. But I rolled no change. I can't believe it. But I got to tell you, we were at 945. We were only 45 points from being a potential contender once I have enough fights under my belt. But not a bad gamble because we are so high. So, dang it. Okay, anyway, Dynamite, that means we're only plus 50 for this fight. So bout number 2, we're at plus 50. Round 1. Here we go. We're at plus 50. We're going to be in the same category as we were in. So again, we're rolling on the exact same line. Round 1. These are 4-round bouts. Oh no, 15. I think we just got our butts kicked. 15, yeah. We lost that round. 10-8. So we come out slow. So this last 3 months has been rather. My boxer needs he needs a wake-up call. This might be it. Yeah, 24. We're gonna lose another round here. This one 10-9. So we're now down 2 rounds in this fight. We need to win this by KO or knockout in like 2 sweep. No, 32. We're not in it at all. We're gonna lose this fight 10-9 unless I can knock him out. Round 3. So this young Vincent Badoni is getting a wake-up call in his career. 94. No, I think I just won it on a knockout. I did. So KO win. KO win in round 4, baby. That is huge. We're going to gain 50 points for that. So we're back up to 875. And we are 2-1, 0-0. Son of a guns, we beat Dynamite. And again, I no longer the new rules don't make you adjust the scores of the enemy boxers. Normally, in the original game, you will come in here and change their scores, right? But that meant keeping all of these records. So it's going back to the original, going back to a concept of big country where the charts rarely change. I wanted this to be closer to this, is that we don't have to sweat tracking everything if you don't want to. Of course, you can make your own boxers. You can adjust them if you want to. But I wanted it to be closer to big country and about your character, your narrative. So Badoni, who had spent 90 days in a substantial camp, didn't come out with any bonus, fought the toughest fighter in his hometown and was losing, and had to knock him out in the final round to win that fight. So the lightweight Tony Badoni, as a young man, proves again why maybe he was a little lazy in that 90-day camp, as he's talented, and so he just isn't taking it seriously, and he ends up had no choice but to knock out his opponent to win that fight. And the sad thing is, with that plus 50, oh wait, by the way, he should have been at 890 for that fight. I forgot to get 5 points for being at home, so he's at 880. Excuse me, I forgot to give him his 5 points. He's at 880. Saddest thing about that's still 55 points lower than he was before that big camp. So the camp really did hurt me because it cost me 75 points and I didn't get anything. So that's a big gamble right there. Okay, bout number 3. We know it's also at hometown Newburgh. So again, I'm going to get a plus 5 immediately. So we're at 885 for bout 3. Okay, bout 3 is going to be done it's a dedicated camp, right? That means it's probably going to be 3 weeks dedicated. Probably going to allow media in. You'll go home, but maybe for 3 weeks I'll be sequestered, right? So it's a dedicated camp. Now I have to make a roll. So that's going to cost me 25. 3 is no change. So again, right now, narratively, Badoni is he's just not good at, he doesn't like training. This tells me he's talented, but he's lazy, right? So we're gonna lose 25 more points on that. So 860. And you can hear it now. My manager telling me, you could be champion, kid, but you got to take advantage of what I'm doing for you. And I can just see this cocksure Italian kid from Newburgh. Nah, I don't need any of that, right? So, third fight in the hometown. Who are we fighting? 8. We're going to be fighting Ty Williams, 560. Ty's going to be easy. So we're at 860. We already gave ourselves the hometown bonus versus Williams, and he's 560. So we are 300. We are plus 300 in this fight. So this should be quick. Plus 300 puts us at the second tier up. So we are definitely the favorite here. Round 1, 2, 3, and 4. Round 1. Let's see how we do in our third bout. 94. We're going to win it by a knockout. So win, KO. We're going to be at 9-10 after the KO win. And we are going to be 3, 2, 0, and 0. So 3 wins, 2 knockouts. As Badoni marvels in a first round hammer, 94. I needed a 92 and up for the KO. No, I needed an 89 or up for the KO. So drops him. And Badoni now is doing really well. Plus 50. We're at 9-10. Okay. We have 2 more bouts at home before we actually get out there on the circuit. So Newburgh. The reason we do this is you have to build a reputation, and your managers, despite what my manager's done here in training, my managers spend a lot of money on me early in training, but normally the reason you would stay at home is you know the talent in your area, and you want to conserve money, right, when you're working with a young boxer. So it's a chance for you to really make sure you set him up to get some victories early, save some money early. However, my manager has already spent 100 points on me, and we've only earned back 100, so it's been a complete break even. But I am building an undefeated record, right? So HQ, we are at 9-10. Okay, let's see what happens here for fight number 4, bout number 4. 4. It's dedicated again, minus 25. So we're down to I'm gonna have to, come on, Jay. We're at 885. Damn. But can we go up? So this is a dedicated camp. Oh no, and I rolled a 1. Conditioning, plus 75. So finally, my guy gets it. Badoni trains like a beast and gets 775. So we are now up to 885. That's going to be 10. We are at, no way, we are at 10, 15, 950 for bout number 4. Now we add 5 to this because we're at home. So we're at 955 versus, and again, hopefully we'll land a chump on this chart. 3, Jawbreaker, a rematch with Jawbreaker, 750, Jones. So, but now we're 205 points better than Jones. So it means we're still in the same condition against him, though. So Jones could give us a fight here. Jones could mess up our career with a loss. Let's hope not. All right, round 1. 64. We're going to win that round. 10-9. Ding, ding, ding. Second round, 44. We're going to, ooh, it's going to be a tie round, 10-10. So the judges think Jones in the rematch is giving us a little heat. Oh, no, Jones is going to win this round. Uh-oh, we're behind, 10-8. So we need a knockout again or a big round. 74. I don't think that's going to get us a knockout, but we're going to win the round 10-8. And I think we tied. Can you believe it? Let's see here. 10, 20, 38 for us. 10, 29, 37. Oh, we tied. Yeah, 37. We're going to win on points by 1. Win points. Wow, that was a tough fight. We are now 4-2-0-0. Tony Badoni remains undefeated, but this one, we won this by 1 point, folks. Holy cow. That's incredible. So bout number 5. And then we are free to roll the circuit chart or stay at home. Of course, again, I have no choice as I'm a boxer, not a manager. So I am being Tony Badoni in this career. If you manage, you get to make some choices. All right, how do we train for this one? 4, dedicated again. So dedicated worked well for us, so maybe he realizes, hey, if we keep these camps short, Badoni responds. That's what he's learned here. Let's find out. As we won that on points, we got plus 15. That put us at 9. Plus 15 puts us at 970. We go into this dedicated camp down to 45 because it's 25-point camp. So we're down to 945. We want this. What we want is a 6. Nope, conditioning though. So he's really benefiting from the conditioning. That's going to be. We are at 1,010. He has managed us up to championship contender quality. We have to have 15 fights under our belt before we can fight for the title. This will be our 5th fight, so we still have 10 fights We have to maintain 1,000 if we have a shot at the title for the career. But holy cow, folks, we haven't finished our hometown fights yet, and we're at 10:15 thanks to the hometown fight. Bout number 5. So my manager has done a great job for, despite pissing away 100 points on a substantial training in which we didn't get a bonus. 4, we're fighting Roland Wilkes. Oh no, poor guy. Roland Wilkes he's a patter. 435. So Wilkes. So now we can see that our manager for the final fight, he wants us to hit the circuit undefeated, as he's put on the schedule somebody that we have 545 points. We're a plus 545. So he wants to basically guarantee we're undefeated when we hit the road. 545. We can still lose this on a bad roll. So not bad. Here we go, 545. Let's win this fight early. Okay, 38. 38 is a tie round, 10-9. So we come out a little, 10-10. We come out a little sloppy, and he ties us. 90. We drop him. Out cold by 1. So we're going to win by KO. And that gives us 50 points. So we're going to be at 1065, and we are now 5-0 with 3 KOs, no losses, no draws. And folks, that wraps up our 5 hometown bouts. We are 5-0 with 3 KOs. Wow! So we're in 10 more fights. If we maintain 1,000 points or more, we land on the championship table, we will become a ranked fighter, and we fight up the charts. Okay. Well, I can't deny that my manager has done well for me. And we are going to go to the charts next, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and find out what we do for bout number 6. Bout number 6. Where are we going? Let's find our chart. Okay, folks, find out where we're going to be traveling in the circuit. 3, we're going to Springfield. So we're headed to Springfield for this fight. Okay, now normally what you would do is you go to the Springfield chart. And by the way, travel costs us, where's my travel? I think it costs us 25 points to travel. Shoot, I can't remember what it costs us to travel. My own game, but this is the problem. I haven't played it in a long time. Hell. Where am I at here? Springfield. Okay, so the average fighter, this is a soft city. The average boxer on this chart is 625. We're already 400 points better than most of these guys. These are 8-round bouts, so we're going to go up to an 8-round bout. And by the way, we're a lightweight, so we assume all these guys are lightweights. All right, you can change the names, of course, right? 8-round bout. Let's go back to my own rules here. We're traveling. Dang it. I can't remember my own rules. I'm pretty sure it's 25 bucks to travel, 25 points to travel. Man, were you joking? We haven't done training camp yet. My gosh, Jay. Playing a boxer, all charts must be rolled, right? Which is what I'm doing. But where is my any main event fight is a bonus of 15 for both fighters. Huh. I thought I wrote in here what it costs to travel. Jeez, Jay. Well, hell. Okay, so maybe it's no longer here. Where is it? Jiminy Christmas. So we get +5 for being at home. Oh, we just don't get our +5 bonus. So it doesn't cost us any more to travel. We just don't get the bonus. But we are traveling, and we have to do our camp now. Remember, you have to roll the charts if you're a boxer. If you're a manager, you got choices. Yeah, we're doing a serious. So he wants us to make our debut. He's spending some points. Our current rating is, I can't believe my brain, 1065 is our current rating. So 1065, serious camp. It's going to put us at 10. So we're going to be -50 for a serious camp. So we're at 1015. So we want to roll high here. Well, no, actually, yeah, we'd love to roll a 5 or a 6. 3, no change. Damn it. So once we get into bigger camps, Badoni doesn't like it. No change. We're going to lose 50 points. We're at 1015 for this fight. Versus, so normally what you would do if you want to is you would schedule a 4-fight card. So you would actually make fighters, or you could roll up other fighters that are fighting on the same fight card. So you'd want to set up another lightweight fight, a middleweight fight, a heavyweight fight. So you would just invent fighters, and you would fight 4 fights, and you're one of the, or you'd fight 3 other fights plus your fight. You don't have to, but it's supposed to be, you set up a whole venue as the bus comes into town and all these fighters get off the bus. They're scheduled to give a full night's entertainment. I'm not going to do that right now. I might do that for the bigger fights, but let's roll to see who we draw. Now, if we fight Joshua Washington, it'll be a main event fight, which means we're going to get bonus of 15 points. 4. Who are we fighting here? We're fighting Fred Younger, 715. Younger. So Fred Younger is up on the plate, and that gives us a +300 margin, so we got a really good chance here. It is an 8-round bout. I'm going to put down the rounds as I do them, because I don't want to waste paper. Okay, first round of a Springfield fight. We are not the main event. 79, we have a 300-point bonus. 79, we are going to win this fight, this round 10-7, so we pummel him badly, probably knock him down 2 or 3 times. He gets up. Ooh, wow, though. In round 2, he fights back with a vengeance and beats us 10-8. Holy cow, the kid gets off the mat and gives us a fight. Round 3, 37, is going to be a tie round. Oh, shoot. Round 4, 99. We knock him out. Win by KO. And that's going to give us +50, so we're back up to 1065. We are now 6, 4 knockouts, no losses, no ties, and we have beaten Younger in a KO in round 4. So the Springfield camp, so we break even. We wasted 50 points on the camp, but I got 50 back with a knockout win. And now we travel again. It's funny, I could have swore it cost you points to travel, but I'm not seeing it in my new rule book, so maybe that I've changed it? Unbelievable. Shame on me. I should remember, but I haven't played it in so long. I just don't want to cheat. I don't want to be a cheater in my own game. So I can create an out-of-towner anytime. I could stay at home and create an out-of-towner fighter. But the problem with creating one is he could be really good. Okay. So I'm going to have my bout number 6. This is where I can step in and make a strategic choice. Bout number 7, it will be an out-of-towner. And the good thing about this is I get to make 5 points automatically. So I'm at 1070. And we roll up our out-of-towner randomly. And the highest roll goes first. So 6-1 and 10. Uh-oh. 1061. Shite. Oh no, the highest they can be is 999. Okay, hallelujah. So 610. I was going to say, I can't believe that. 610 is an outer towner. We're going to name him Bill James. He's coming as an outer towner, right? And this will be a, I'm gonna say it's 4, 6, let's say it's an 8 round bout. Lightweight. And we got a 5-point bonus for staying at home, but we're inviting an outer towner who's not on the hometown chart. And let's see what Boss does for our camp. 3. Basic. It doesn't cost me anything, so it's a basic camp. Means I stay at home, I work out, I go into the gym. I can date my girlfriend, no change. Okay, well that's all right. We're gonna come into this fight at 1070, and he's coming in at 610. This is James, and we're gonna be at plus. Oh my gosh. Let me get my calculator. I can't do the math. The one thing I don't talk about is plus 460. The one thing I do not talk about in the book is you might need a calculator. I always talk about how easy my games are. All you need is a notebook. All you need is the book. Generally, all you need is 1d6. But these games require 10s. But normally you just need the book, the die, the pencil, and the paper. However, I always need a calculator. So round 1, we have almost a 500-point advantage on this guy as we invite him to town to pad our record and to try to score some cheap points. I would like to be close to 1,300 before I even start fighting the challengers. I mean the contenders. But so far, we are 6-0, so we're doing really well. You need a minimum of 15 fights to get on the contender list. Okay, let's see what happens. Round 1. 58 is going to be a 10-9 round for us, so we win that round. Round 2, 97. We're going to win by KO, baby. So we drop this guy, win by KO. So right now, despite the fact that his ratings don't say he's got, he's not a good follow-upper. That doesn't mean he doesn't have a great one punch. He has a setup punch, so we can assume that he also has a great, let's say his setup punch is a left jab, and his power punch is a right cross. So he sets up with a jab, bang, hits you with a cross, and you're down. He doesn't follow up. So when a guy gets up on the count, or when he has a guy dazed, he doesn't have a killer instinct. That's narratively how you would see that. So that doesn't mean he doesn't have a killer right hand or left hand or whatever. So we are now 7-0 with 5 KOs. And that gives us 50 more points. This is going to put us at 11-25, baby. Holy cow, we are now in championship contender territory with that fight. So we are 7-0 with 5 KOs. And now we are getting that much closer to, if we roll, and remember, you can't just go to the contender chart, right? You have to actually roll it. So you could end up fighting 30 fights in your career before somebody says, okay, we'll let you have a shot at the number 10, right? That's the nature of this being what's called regional circuit boxing. These are all towns and cities, maybe in just a place like Pennsylvania or a place like coal country, somewhere in like the Virginia, West Virginia, Virginia area or something like that, right? This could be, Ohio, and this is all like in the state, regional area. It might even cross a border of a state or so, fictional cities. So, you can amass a pretty good record, and you just can't get any major players in the boxing world to invite you into the, to give their boxer, you a fight against a boxer. It's hierarchy, but more importantly, you're at the whims of men. So if you're managing your boxer, you can go straight to the contenders when they qualify and put them in a fight, right? So managing a boxer gives you power over what you do with your boxer. if you play a boxer, you're at the whim of your manager, who could sell you down the river or something, right? So we are 7-0 with 5 victories. I'm going to go ahead and do bout number 8 here. And we are at 1125. So fantastic. Bout 8, 1125 rating. And we are 7-0. Who are we going to do here? I'm not going to do another counter. I was thinking I might do a wage fight, which means we would travel onto the island off the East Coast to Rock Island, where we are fighting outside the authorities, the boxing authorities, and these would be wager bouts. These might be something like you're going to fight unlimited rounds, unlimited knockouts, no doctor. They could also be bare-fisted fights, right? They're outside the commission's jurisdiction. What's great about these is they can be legitimate boxing. It's just they're outside the federation. What this allows you to do is risk your own boxer's points in a wager. So I can take 125 of this 1100 and say I'm going to put that on the table. If I win, I get not only the normal win points that I score, but I'd get that 125 bonus, right? But if I lose that 125 points. So I could do a wager, right? A minimum of, and the thing is, when you roll up a contender or choose a contender, they have to be within 50 points of you. So you can't pick some schlub, right? You got to pick somebody that's within 50 points of you, right? And you still do your camp and all that stuff the same, right? And of course you're traveling, so you don't get the bonus, the travel bonus. So this might be a chance for me to really juice up my. I'm going to do camp first before I choose a fight, because if I waste points on the camp, then I'm not certain I want to gamble any more points. So let's go ahead and find out our training before we decide on a wager fight. Yeah, see, he's doing a serious camp. So a serious camp, minus 50. We're already at 1075. Whoops. And so now what I want to do is roll, what I really would like to do is roll a 4, 5, or 6. 2. Shit, we suffered an injury, minus 25. Injury. Dang, so he gets hurt. Good thing I didn't pick a wager fight, because I have already lost 75 points. So we're now going to be down to 1050. And of course we'll heal up for the next fight. And now where are we going for that fight? I can't believe it. We are going to 6, Middletown. Damn. So we're not ready. We're not ready. Middletown. This is a solid group of, this town has a reputation of solid boxing. Their average boxer is 940.5. So this is not the place to come off an injury. Can you believe it? Normally, it's Saturday nights. It's a 5-fight card, which means we'd be one of the fights of the 5 at the Memorial Civic Fieldhouse. Again, I'm not going to do the other 4 fights, but we are in a 10-round bout, unless we are in the main event. So let me roll, because if I roll a 4, we're fighting Benny Guns Bronson in a main event fight. 9. We are fighting Sam McDougal, 975. I know he's 750. McDougal, 750. Thank God. 1050 for us. It is a 10-round bout. This is 10 rounds, lightweight, round 1. We are 1050 minus 750. We are still 300 points better. So I like what my manager's doing as far as getting me in the front of guys that are better, but not better than me. So he has yet to book us against a boxer better than us. So he's really managed our career pretty well. We've let him down in training camp with either lazy preparation or now an injury. We suffered an injury. Okay, this isn't easy. 300. We are 2 spots ahead. 98. We're going to knock him out in round 1. So win, KO, round 1. Holy cow, folks. That makes us 8-0 with 6 knockouts. So we have got a killer right cross. We waste McDougal in Middletown. Middletown is the second largest city in the region. So think something like Cleveland and Columbus, or something like Cleveland and Cincinnati, Ohio area, something like that. Dang. Bout number 9. Good job. By the way, we earned for that. We were at 1050. So we're at 10. We're at 1100 now with a 50-point win. Bout number 9. Let's go ahead and do our training. Just once, I would like to have a big training day. If I'm going to spend 50 and 75 points, I'd like to earn something. 5 again, serious. So he won't let up, man. He wants us to improve quickly, and instead we keep wasting it. Damn, injury. So maybe a reoccurring injury, like a strained, it wouldn't be something major like a broken hand or anything, but it's something like something that stops my training, interferes with my training. So I could pull a muscle when I'm on the run and I can't run. It could be a knee injury. It could be I was concussed in sparring and they give me a couple of days off. Damn it! So I lost 75 points again. So we're at 1,025. So it's like right now it's like I start to climb and then I drop down, but I haven't yet bottomed out as far as out of the contender category. I might stay at home for a fight. Here we go. Where are we going? 8. We're going to Grand Bay. Tough. These guys are tough. 12-round bout. Wow. Grand Bay. So he's finally scheduling me. I'm sorry, Grand Bay is the second largest city. I misspoke before. Middletown would be like Columbus. So you got Cleveland, Cincinnati. Middletown would be like Columbus. Grand Bay is the other big city. These guys are tough. They average 1,207 points. This will be the first bout that we're the underdog. Can you believe it? And we're going to come in at 1025 versus 10. Oh my God, James Gleed. Okay, I thought it was the championship fight. I thought it was the main event. Okay, James Gleed. Gleed is 1205 minus 1025. We're going to give this guy 180 points. We're minus 180 in a 12-round bout. Round 1. Unbelievable. Where's my chart? There it is. Okay, guys. This could be a biggie. We're down 180. So we're right smack in the middle, thank God. So we still got a pretty good chance to win this fight. 4. Nope. We're gonna lose on a KO. A TKO loss. Oh my God. We are now 8, 6, 1, and 0. We're 8-1. TKO loss. We're gonna lose on a TKO loss. We lose 30 points. Damn, 1025 minus. So we're below. We're at 995, folks. That's a killer loss. So finally, my manager puts me up, schedules me against a big city boy, Gleed. We suffer, and he puts us in a serious camp, which would be like a month, maybe 45 days of seclusion. And we suffer a second injury. So we've had 2 injuries in back-to-back long camps. Man, not good. Not good at all. And that was bout number 9. So we have to be at 1,000 points or more with 15 fights under our belt before we can qualify as a contender. And let's go ahead and do bout 10. And that'll wrap up this video. So our 10th fight, can we recover? Number 10. We are at 995. Unbelievable. Who are we fighting for this 10th fight? Let's go ahead and do our camp now. Oh, basic. So I can gain 6. Nope, bad preparation. You've got to be kidding me. This was a basic camp. He said, look, kid, we're just going to stay here at home, let you train, enjoy your relationships, let the media come in and chat. And because of it, It's a bad camp. So it cost me nothing except 25 points. But folks, I'm down to 975 for this bout. Things are not looking up. As my character started as a potential champ, great potential. He worked himself all the way up to 1,100 and some points, and now he's down to 975 as things are getting tougher, maybe more stressful for him. Competition's getting better. Where are we going for this fight, Coach? 5. Manager's taking us to Bayside. What a beautiful place. Resort town of Bayside. Bayside generally has fair talent 10-round bouts. So let's go to Bayside. We should be able to win this fight. Average of 784, so we got a good chance of getting somebody worse than us. This is a 10-round lightweight, and we are at 975. Damn. And we're fighting Martin McCready. And McCready is 799. He is pretty dang good. He is 799. So 975 minus 799. We are at plus 176 for round 1. So we got a chance. So he lets me take a easy camp for this fight. Unfortunately, I'm too preoccupied with the media coverage. Maybe my girlfriend going out every night and eating at restaurants and enjoying being a little celebrity here in my hometown of Newburgh. Round 1, we are at least on the second lineup, so that's good. And 49. 49 is going to be a tie, so we come out on top of everything and let McCready keep us honest. Oh, 5. No, we're going to lose, I think. 5 is, yep, TKO loss. Round 2. TKO loss. Back-to-back TKO losses, which basically, back in the day, means we were knocked down so much that they stopped it. Or my eyes were so swollen, they said, you can't see. And my manager threw in the towel. So to see a TKO in this kind of fictional world might be literally my manager throwing the towel in on me. And so we're going to be down to 945. So our career is beginning to wane. We are 8, 6, 2, and 0. So we're still 8 and 2, but we're down to 945 points after our 10th bout. Unbelievable. We're 8 and 2, and back-to-back TKO losses. One to a very good fighter in Grand Bay in front of a big auditorium full of fans. So our reputation also slipped. And that was a first-round TKO loss. So I have a feeling it's something like my eye was so badly damaged that the referee a doctor could still stop the fight, or a referee, but most likely my manager said, no, we got to save you, kid. Or maybe that injury could have been a hand injury, and then in the middle of this fight, I broke it. So this injury, technically, as we look back on our career and say, what's the narrative of this career? Well, I suffered an injury here. We won by KO. Suffered an injury again. Might have been like a broken knuckle or something with my hand. And then that TKO loss in round 1, I broke the hand, and he threw in the towel. You don't announce to the world that you broke your hand, but he says, no, we're withdrawing from the fight, and we end up collecting a TKO loss. And here we just have he gives us a light camp, but we don't take it seriously, as again this is a young fighter, and we end up with a TKO loss in round 2. So it could be that McCleary, we had an advantage. So I would assume again something freakish, like maybe a hand injury, or again he just happens to open up a horrible cut over my eye or swelled my eyes shut or something. And that's it. So 1948 it's been a pretty good year for us. We haven't had a KO loss, so that's good. All right, we haven't seen a KO loss. So I would say his first year, this would have been his first year as a pro. He finishes at 8 and 2 with 6 KO victories and 2 TKO losses. And that is the grandfather. That is the grandfather of Tony Badoni. This is Vinnie Badoni, Vincent Vinnie Badoni. What's cool about this is we started at 825. That was our starting. We climbed up to 930 for bout 1. We were at 945 for bout 2. We dropped thanks to a substantial camp where we didn't have a change. We were down to 825 for that. We won it, climbed up to 885, all the way up to 910. We hit 9. Let's see here. After bout number 4, we were at 10. We were at 1010. We won the next fight. We were up to 1065. We went into bout 6 at 1065. We had a KO win, or 1015. We came out with 1065. Bout 7, we finished with 1125. So far in our career, our high has been 1125. Bout 8, thanks to a camp and an injury, we dropped to 1050. We won the fight, so we got up to 1100, and then we had a serious camp with another injury, and then we lost. And so we fell down to 9. So we were at 1100. We were at 1125, and in 2 bouts dropped to 995. And then in the 10th bout we lost. We were at 995, lost another 25 in poor training, and then we lost the TKO fight, and we're now at 945. So our high was 1125 in the first year, and we are as low as 945 now. But our career started at 865, I think. So you can see in 10 fights we went, so 825. So in 10 fights we're up $1.25. Yeah, we're up $1.20. So we went up 120 points through 10 fights. So we're averaging, let's see here, 112. We're averaging 12 points a fight, right? And so that's going to make for a long, and it's going to make for a war of attrition. We got to do better. What's been killing us is the injuries, the training, the wasted serious training, and then we suffer injuries in the middle of a wasted camp. So 50 is what it costs our team, my boxer. Remember, that unit, that score is your entire boxer's, everything about him, his abilities, his entourage, his coaches. And so a camp costs him 50 of those, that set of points. So you can see this is also his value and how much money he's worth. But then the injuries set us back again, and back-to-back injuries, and we have suffered back-to-back losses. So narratively, does that make sense that you would have 2 long camps where you suffer injuries and then you lose a fight? Another long camp, another injury, lose a fight. So then my manager says, look, just stay home. Let's make this easy. Let's go fight McCleary. He's a good fighter, but I think we can beat him. Again, cocky, confident, because my hand's feeling good, and then I end up having to throw in the towel in round 2 of a scheduled 10-round bout. Wow, that's amazing. All right, thank you for watching. This has been Big Country Boxing 2. And part of course, this engine is what's launched Big Country Mobster. And the setting is what's featured in the Big Country Time books. It's different engines, completely different games, completely different game engines, but they feature this world, this fictional world. Time Sports series is all those same games from the Time game, but we eliminate the fictional world. We don't waste any pages. And we also make every single game use the same universal engine charts, except for the game scoring charts. So we kind of really streamline and make this faster, easier to carry around. I also wanted it to fit my carry notebooks. So this is what I would take on vacations. It's what I would take if I'm going to be, in a situation. All I need to enjoy these 7 sports is this right here. That's it. A notebook, 1 pencil, and a eraser, and a 1d6. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.